future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
You and I go hard at each other like we're going to war. You and I go rough. We keep throwing things and slamming them doors.
All right, everybody. Are we on, Kurt? Hey, welcome to What's Up with Kobylt and Hayes. And thanks for playing my favorite, Adam Levine. Have you ever worked with Adam Levine, Cory?
No, I've not. I'd like to, though.
Cory is our guest today.
Cory is really handsome. I got to tell everyone.
Thank you.
Cory, since the second we booked him, Linda has been on the phone with me, texting me, oh my God, he's so handsome. Look
Well,
at this
I'm really a party
So I think that's why
person.
really you're here. It's
Yeah.
for
Cory,
Linda.
Cory Martin Events.
I'm actually not here to say anything.
I know.
We'll get to that. Cory Martin Events, the most beautiful events. People should check it out.
Absolutely.
CoryMartinEvents.com.
Yes, that's correct.
And we're going to get into holiday, what we can do that makes it special.
Yep.
Cory is the master, well, the king of events, they call you, right? The king of events.
Some people. I
Yeah.
guess,
Well, first let me ask
My
you,
mom,
did you
especially.
do anything? Did you do anything for Halloween? Did you put anything on, or did you kind of do your own thing?
Well, no. So last year we did the Treats Halloween. You know Treats magazine.
Yeah, Treats
Yeah,
Magazine,
so we
right.
did that event, and then this year they moved it to. They had a really successful event, but it was in Vegas. So I actually had off this year,
Woo.
which was really nice. So I got to enjoy it with my friends.
Did you go trick-or-treating?
Um,
Dress up?
I went to a couple of events.
You
yeah.
probably went to those private, exclusive. You probably went to that tequila party, the Clooney party. Everyone went to.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Adam Levine had a really cool party too. That's why I asked if
he
you
had
knew
his,
him.
but they
Yeah,
were all
we're-
also at the tequila place they own. You know, the
Yeah.
restaurant in
Actually-
Malibu.
Actually, my client was having an event that same night, so
Ah.
I went to go support him.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you know that
So-
big giant party? That's the one that we always go to out in Santa Monica, where they have to close down all the streets
Oh, yeah, on Santa Monica.
in Santa Monica, in Santa Monica, the city.
Oh, okay.
And my friend is the one who always puts that one on. It's like it closed down 5 blocks of Santa Monica.
Oh, wow.
His dad was a minister, and it's kind of an interesting story. I mean, they're in the paper every year in the LA Times.
Yeah.
And a very strict guy, you know, and never celebrated Halloween. Therefore, he
goes
goes
nuts.
all out
Yeah.
and crazy insane. It's at the Carlson's house. I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty well-known party. So that's where we go every
Well,
year.
they shut down Santa Monica this year. Not Santa Monica itself, Santa Monica Boulevard
Oh, down over in West Hollywood?
in West Hollywood.
Oh, that-
It
they
was-
have
it was
to.
insane.
That's the
It
first
was
time
like
they've
a
done
million
that?
people down
Oh
there.
my gosh.
That is so fun.
It was
There's
crazy.
a lot of fun in LA. Well,
Yeah.
A lot of people watch our show. They're not from LA. So I have one of my best friend here from Cleveland. Diana, say hi.
I got my buddy
Cleveland-
Sal here,
Sal's
too.
here. We got some guests in the studio.
Yeah, just a bunch of buddies.
So-
They had nothing better to do today, so they wanted to come watch. I'm like, and exactly why do you want to come and watch us?
We're not.
So
Well, we are fun.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah.
in.
they came for Cory because he's so
Yeah.
handsome.
Oh,
I mean, you know.
jeez.
Cory is really handsome.
Anyway, so
thank
what
you.
brought this on? We were talking about Thanksgiving. We were talking
Yeah.
about Christmas. I usually put on a really big thing for Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and as it turns out, all of my friends this year are taking off on me. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's the party I put on.
I think it's the friends you have. They travel. a
Well,
lot,
I
your
know of a
friends.
company you can hire. To get
Yeah,
your friends
there you
back.
go.
I thought about that. No, but this
Yeah.
year, most of my people are flying like to Texas. Somebody's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to Jersey because
Oh,
you and
nice.
I are both from Jersey.
That's right.
And I thought, gosh, I'm going to have a small event this year. What will I do? And then you came up.
Oh,
So we're going to add. So for people hosting, now you do very big events. Maybe let's start. Do we have some pictures we could show?
well, I do small events too.
You
It
yeah, I
just
keep
depends.
saying that. You corrected me, and you do small events.
Yeah, we don't
But-
usually do events over 300 people, to be
Okay.
honest. I mean, we have.
Right.
But our focus and our clients really know that we focus on events that are 300 or less, and that's because you lose the intimacy of an event. If
Oh,
you
they're
have,
too big.
if you have 500 people and you still have 500 waiters, it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. You've already lost the intimacy.
That's a good
There's
point.
really nothing that you can do to bring it back, and it's an
Mm-hmm.
energy that we try and create at our events. It's not just beautiful lighting and beautiful staff and beautiful food. It's an energy.
Is it like a theme? Well, not theme, tacky theme, but when you sit down with the client, let's say you're having a
Yeah.
dinner party. Obviously, you do it for a bigger, not big, but more intimate.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The question that you would ask? Let's say I'm going to have a nice event. What would you ask me first to get that mood you're talking about? How do you
Well,
get to that
well,
point?
I want to know what you want.
Yeah.
You know, everything that.
What if you get a client that has no idea what they want?
That would be me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be her.
I'd be like,
right.
I don't know. Half my
We-
relatives from Jersey are coming. Like, help me out.
Maybe
I,
a
Well,
Jersey
we
theme.
really have to kind of narrow it down because I don't think there's a person in the world that will want to throw an event and hire someone like me and not have any clue.
So most people you
they
deal
have
with,
an
they
idea.
have an idea. Okay.
Yeah, even if it's just a color or it's a theme
That's
or
a neat
it's an
idea.
idea.
Just
you know,
something small. You're
yeah,
right,
just to
even
get us
something like
going,
a
like an
color.
inspiration or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come in and do something that I think is great and then they hate it.
That's a good point.
You know,
and there's
so-
obviously a reason they're having the party.
Yeah.
So you got to start with that.
Yeah, exactly. And we build an entire design deck, you know, so they'll know
Wow.
with renderings and everything. So they'll know exactly what the event looks like before the event.
Well, what you do is a little bit different than with a lot of other planners. So,
Mm.
can you tell us just briefly, how you even got into this and your whole,
Yeah.
your whole model?
Yeah, sure.
So to speak.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't want to say I grew up in this industry, in the hospitality industry, but I kind of did. I mean, when I was 16, I was bartending down in New Jersey, Long Beach
Right.
Island.
We're
That's
both
right.
from Jersey.
That's
so-
right.
Oh my gosh, we're in Long Beach Island. Come on.
Well, they illegally hired me, so I don't know if I should say.
Oh,
but
like-
let's say that I eventually started working at the Seashell, Tuckers.
The
Oh my
seashell.
God.
That's
You
a
gotta
good name.
love
I
it.
like that
Come
name. See
on.
the
They're
seashell.
amazing. Yeah, Nardi's. And
I lived in Surf
The
City.
Marlin. Oh, okay. So you know
Okay,
all
like
these
my
places.
first TV job was TV 40.
Okay.
And that's
in
where you
Atlantic
met.
City.
That's where you
That's
met
where I
John.
John.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah, my
John
husband's on the
Kobylt.
radio. He said, I don't know, you'd know him if you listen to talk
Yeah,
radio.
I know.
So, oh, you do?
Yeah, I
okay.
do.
So that's where we met. We lived in Surf City, poor as dirt, I will tell you. We were so broke, but we had such a great time.
Surf City's amazing.
It was cool.
Yeah. One of my best friends growing up lived on 11th. So we would, it's like as soon as you get onto the island, you make a right.
Okay.
And it's like 3 blocks down.
It was so great. Yeah,
was-
and they had the bay there.
Yeah.
it was really great.
It was on. Yeah, he was on Bayside, but it didn't matter. We could just walk over to the ocean. Yeah.
Sounds like the great memories back then.
Yeah, it was. I grew up in New Jersey with my mom, my dad, and my grandmother, who are amazing. Really, my inspirations today.
Aw.
But
Sweet.
I was in the hospitality industry since I was 16 years old, and then I moved to New York when I was 20, 21, something like that. And I continued working in the different bars. I worked for like Tentacion, Francois Paillard, RSVP, like these really amazing French chefs and French catering
That is
companies. And
great.
Yeah, they were so
So
amazing.
you started off at the top, sort of.
I
you
got
know,
really
learning
lucky.
from them,
Yeah,
You can't go down from that level.
Yeah, they were really my mentors. They really showed me a lot, even Shiraz and stuff. And so when I came out, I eventually wanted to take a vacation out in LA because I've never been here before. And someone asked me to do the opening of the Dolce & Gabbana store in Rodeo Drive while I was out here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
was-
can do that.
What do
Yeah.
you mean to do what?
Like
to
handle it. Just
Yeah,
handle the
handle it.
event.
Yeah, handle it.
Wow, man, talk about your first
Dolce
job.
Gabbana
Yeah.
store in
And I was-
LA.
and I swear, it was literally my one day off that I had while I was out here because I was like busy. I had plans every day for the 2 weeks.
One day off, I'll handle the opening of Dolce
But
Gabbana.
you know, I
Yeah.
have to say, look at you, and I don't mean that in a weirdo way. I just mean, you're refined and you speak well, and obviously you're a young guy, and that was recognized. So, a lot of you came out, and of course that's why you would get that first job, as opposed to maybe I don't know.
But it's
Yeah.
also
at
who
McDonald's.
you know. I mean, you could be the best looking guy, but,
Yeah, but
you
he
don't know the
landed
right
in-
people.
But he landed in some of
Yes.
the right places because he
So
put
that's cool.
himself there.
Yeah, so Dolce & Gabbana really got me started after I did that opening, and then they offered me an in-house job there, and I was like, "Why don't I?" I was like, "I don't actually live here,"
And
but-
they're like, well, move. So
Yeah.
is that what
Well,
you did?
They're like, so what?
Well, so what was really weird is I actually turned down the job.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
so I went downstairs. They have like a little lunchroom there. I went downstairs, and my one friend that I knew in LA, he called me and he's like, "Hey, my roommate just moved out. He's like, if you need a place to stay, you can stay." I was like, "Well, this is fate. This is crazy."
is fate.
And then I
so
was
what,
like,
you went back upstairs
no,
and told
no,
them you were free?
nope. Still, my mom has really amazing intuition. So what happened was I wound up taking my lunch break, and I walked up. They have like a little Via Rodeo, like the little cobblestone. there.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's cute there.
Yeah, it is. And so they have a little bench there, and I sat down and I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, mom."
Aw.
I was like, "Hey, mom, guess what?" And she's like, "You're fucking moving to LA, aren't you?" I was like,
Was
"Yeah."
she worried about it?
Did
before
she
you
drive
left?
out with you?
No. She didn't drive out with me. But after she said that, I was like, "Yeah, I am." Out of nowhere. And
She knew.
So I went
knew.
back. So I went back to Dolce, and I told him that I was going to take the job, and
I have
I was
goosebumps
out.
over that.
Oh,
I was out in 2 weeks.
That's
Like
fate.
I was literally,
Wow.
I was
That is
literally working
fate.
at Dolce & Gabbana in 2 weeks.
And what
That's
did you do
crazy.
for them?
I was just their at first. I was just like their in-house waiter. So I came in and I was like, they had a bartender.
You were like the social guy, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I
You
was their
planned-
bartender,
right.
waiter, and whenever they had a big event, they asked me to get some of my staff friends. And so that's how it all started. I started a staffing
Great
company
story.
called Adonis.
Oh,
You
so all
know,
the beautiful people.
All the beautiful
Love
people.
the name. Now you were modeling at this time,
I
right?
was, yeah,
Already
yeah.
from here or over in New York. You
Both.
you were.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I never was really into it. I just kind of did it for extra money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And you
but
met
I
all
made
the people.
But
that
I was
way,
going to
too.
say exactly. If anything, I made a lot of really great connections.
Yeah.
And so
It fits right into what you're doing now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, in fact, that's how I'm known. It's really weird as a straight guy to be known for really hot guys.
Flattering, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I have a
yeah.
good friend who signed with Wilhelmina, and same thing. He's beautiful,
Yeah.
straight guy, and he's like, Deborah, it's just weird. I'm the only straight guy here, so all the models, women.
So, yeah, that's a good
love him.
place
Yeah,
to
but
be.
It's a
but all my
great place for
all
the
my
women.
clients know. They're like, oh, Cory, he has all the hot guys. Cory
Yeah.
has the hot guys. I'm
Cory
like,
has the hot guys.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Probably the hot of both. I
Well, you
mean,
know what it is? I wanted to really focus on just the male staff because there was a lot of staffing companies that focused on the women already.
Yeah.
But the problem and because I've been in the hospitality industry for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you focus on just women, that means you have very beautiful women.
Yeah. And
Right?
the women having the party, they also want
and
good-looking
what,
guys.
And what happens is that you have
Yeah.
women wearing these
Right?
heels. You have the women.
Absolutely.
You have the women wearing the heels, and so moving bars and doing things was a little more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, when I first moved here,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have the money to be paying other people. I needed to bartend and work myself. So
Uh-huh.
it was a way for me to kind of promote myself and work.
That's smart.
Yeah, and so it was like me and like 15 of my friends, and I got headshots and I put like a little
That's
cover
like
letter
great
together,
story.
and I literally gave it to all the stores on Rodeo Drive. And-
Unbelievable.
And that's how
Okay,
I started.
how quickly did you
Name-
get
Yeah.
business? It must happen pretty.
My
quickly.
very
That's
first
smart.
week, I was actually really lucky. My very first week that I said that I was going to officially open,
Yeah.
I did a really big event for Dolce & Gabbana, and we did like all the catering and staffing. And then we also did an event for Angelino Magazine.
Which I have right here, which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah, Bang & Olufsen and Ballet of Switzerland. That was my very first
First week.
First week I did those 4 events.
Wow.
I tell you, it pays to go door to door. You know, when I
Yeah,
was
it
in
does,
college,
yeah.
I so wanted to do something at Saturday Night Live, and this was before 9/11, when you could just sort of sneak into the building, in New York. And I had my little resume, and I just started putting it under doors.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call, same thing, and I ended up an intern. It was
Yeah.
the same thing. You just sort of get out there and
Yeah.
do it, and
Yeah.
shit happens.
And that's exactly it. I think with social media, a lot of people have lost that intimate personal touch.
I think you're right about that.
And-
And email. I mean,
Yeah,
and
or
then
just-
it almost creates more of a frenzy. But you're right, the personal touch is lost.
Yeah, in
you
fact, we
know?
just did little gift boxes, little Halloween gift
Oh,
boxes to
yeah.
our clients. And I personally went down to every store and all my clients on Rodeo Drive, and I gave them out.
how nice.
Because I feel like,
Personal touch.
Yeah, it's a personal touch, and I don't always get to see my clients at events and stuff.
Yeah,
Because,
you're busy.
yeah, and they always think that I'm trying to not go to their event, which is really weird. It's just that a lot of our events are stacked up.
How many
Yeah,
events
well,
do you do a month?
We do about 20 to 25 a month.
That's busy.
Yeah, and what happens is like we'll have nothing from Monday to Thursday, but then Friday, Saturday we have 15 events.
Wow.
Or
So you
See,
can't
the
go
night
to
to
all
do
of
your
them.
party is
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some events are Thursday. More of the fashion events are Thursdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems.
And then private's usually like Friday, Saturday.
So
Yeah, that
this
makes
must be your busiest time coming up, right? I mean, wouldn't
Holiday
you say?
time, yeah. Holiday time is very busy. I mean, our November is insane. It out of nowhere, it just blew up. which
Is it
really nice.
for corporate events or
Corporate
smaller
right now.
parties? Or
Corporate right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
they're trying to get it in before holiday.
Exactly. They want people to come in and start shopping
Yeah.
and things like that. So I think this
What
month.
are you doing this
about
month?
18 a month.
Can you tell us
Special
anything
thing?
really cool that you're taking us to?
Well, tomorrow.
He thinks
how
I'm
she
kidding.
threw- I
I'm
love
not
how she
kidding.
threw that in
Sal,
there.
am I kidding?
No, she's not kidding.
No,
Yeah,
see?
You want to go? We're doing an opening for Ralph Lauren tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, so store opening for that.
It's on Rodeo. Where's that one?
That one's actually at the South Coast Plaza Mall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
South Coast.
You go down there every week.
I do. South Coast is.
Yeah,
The
David.
stores in there are amazing. I mean, they have
We're doing
everything.
we're doing a lot of stuff for David Yerman this month, Jimmy Choo this month, Max Mara last night. I'm just trying to think.
What's
Zania.
fun? You have the
Those are-
fun.
Do you
job.
happen to be
Yeah.
doing anything at the Grove in a week or no?
No.
You know, that big like tree lighting that Caruso does?
Yeah, no, I have nothing to do with that.
That his is a little more.
I go to
intimate.
that every year. He's
That
a
thing
friend
is
of mine.
nut.
He's a good.
That-
It's beautiful. He has.
It's too
us in a-
touristy for me.
No,
I
but
don't
not.
like
no,
it.
no, no.
No
But if
offense
you
to
know
your
the guy,
friend.
you know, you're in his office, and it's
Yeah.
a little intimate party for
Oh,
family
that's
and
different.
friends.
I thought you meant the tree lighting outside.
Well, then you sort of get, walked in there, and then you're there watching the show, and then there's a little private dinner afterwards. They put it on. Oh my gosh, it's so,
Yeah.
elaborate. It's amazing. So I
Well,
was wondering-
that's why I love LA. I mean, I was doing events in New York,
Right.
And I always thought there was some really amazing events.
That's Diana over there.
Okay.
my friends are over there
Yes,
causing
I
some
would-
You'll hear
problems.
little comments from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, I would
What,
love
Sal
a
wants
mince.
to
Are
go
you
to the
passing out
Caruso
mints
party.
over there?
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Bring us some mint.
Yeah, we would love one. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so you've got a lot of your corporate stuff now.
Yeah.
But what about like your people stuff? See, corporate stuff, I would imagine, would it be a little bit easier to do because it's a little more
The
hands-off?
private events?
No, the corporate. The corporate would be easier, no? Because
I
it's
think there's a
little more
lot of
hands-off.
pressure with all of our type of clientele
Yeah.
because we've really kind
demanding.
of.
They expect.
Well, yeah. We're not that cheap. I'll be honest. We're not the
think?
most expensive, but everybody has all the stores have their own guidelines, so you
Yeah.
have to follow those guidelines.
Right.
And then with the private clientele, they have a very specific vision, or they've hired me because they know that I'm so adamant.
Perfectionist.
I'm a perfectionist, and I'm
Yeah.
adamant about my details. So, those types of things, if they're not executed properly, I mean, I'm the one that
Do you
gets my
ever
head
lose
cut
your
off.
temper?
Yeah.
You don't seem like a guy who would lose your temper.
Can we
I'm
show some
surprised.
pictures?
All
I
right.
have. Yeah, I've definitely lost
Kurt,
my temper.
I want to show
So he's,
some of
okay,
these.
like
I mean,
what's
the
that we're
lighting
looking
is
at? That
gorgeous.
picture. God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so
Missed
that,
my invitation there, but
yeah,
it's
that-
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Next one.
No, that was the first one of the house. That was a private event that we did.
Love the lighting on that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was the cocktail hour. There it is.
Do you actually take the time to even do the lighting and everything from
Everything.
beginning to the end?
Beginning to end. So
Wow.
So if you go to so right here, these two pictures. Sorry, I don't know which one we're looking at, but they're both kind
I
of
think
the
they're
same.
both up, aren't they, Kurt?
Are they both up?
The one in. Oh, the one on the right. Okay.
The one with the blue lighting, the lots of blue light. Okay, so what are we looking at?
So that is a concept that I came up with called Houdini's Dinner.
Nice.
Ooh.
And the idea of this was to make look like everything was floating. So
Oh,
it was
I love that.
it was over a pool. And then we used a tent frame and we wrapped it in black Velon so you couldn't see it, so it disappeared. And then we hung the chandeliers. We had 12 different chandeliers, and we hung them with very thin airplane wire. So you can't actually see that either. So when you walked in, it just looked like they were suspended in midair.
Magic.
And then all
That's
the
beautiful.
and then
That's
all-
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. And then all the tables were glass. The chairs were acrylic.
Oh, I love
And
that.
then the plates were also glass. So literally through your plate, you can see all the way down to the bottom of the pool.
Ah, I
So
love that.
So everything was suspended. So yeah, that's
what were
Houdini's
some
dinner.
comments of people that were there? Were they just like,
Oh, blown away. Blown away. It was
Wow.
because of that event, actually, that I was able to do. I did a really nice event for the president when he was in town for
What?
a fundraiser. Yeah.
Which house?
I can't say
Chandra?
that. I can't say.
It must have been in Bel Air. Was it when the whole West Side was closed down?
That's
Probably.
every
I
time
live
he's in
right-
town.
Yeah, exactly
That's every
right,
time,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but okay. I'll
I'll
ask you about
just
that
say
later.
it was his largest fundraiser ever, I think.
I know the one you're talking about.
Okay.
Was there
I
one
do.
little special thing you could share at that event for those of us who don't get invited to these type of things? Like,
Yeah.
what was the one? Well, there were probably several things you did, but
Well, I really enjoyed that event a lot, and I'm really appreciative to the people that brought me in on it. We had the Foo Fighters in the backyard.
oh my gosh,
So I got to meet Dave and all the guys.
love
and then,
them.
And then Jack Black was the MC.
He's funny
He
as
was,
hell.
he was
I know where you
amazing.
were.
These guys were amazing. And then so we did that. That was for about 1,200 people in the backyard. And then simultaneously we had a private dinner going on inside, which was amazing.
wow, what an interesting thing to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. So we had like 2 events going on at the same time. That was very challenging. But
How do you get people to not come in? The ones that were outside. How do you do that? That's
well, we
tricky.
blocked it off.
Security.
Yeah, security.
Security,
and
yeah.
we had.
and you would have security anyway there.
Yeah,
for the president.
and to be honest, we blocked it off with all the set wall and everything.
they didn't notice.
They didn't even know.
They didn't
that
even know what was going on.
No, they had no clue.
Wow, that's a trick.
Yeah, that was fun.
What fun! I
Yeah.
love these.
That was
things.
probably my most memorable event.
So that's all you really need to do is put at the top of your resume, like, did this for Obama. It's
But
like,
you
all right,
still
that's
have
good.
to be
Good enough for
somewhat
me.
hush hush about it, right? You don't want people to.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, it's funny I'm talking about it now, but I don't really. I think my pictures and my work speaks for
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
I don't really go around and
Let's
kind
show
of
more pictures while he's
toot
talking.
my
You
own
know,
horn.
and it's not just that. Just talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
you would be great to work with because I could see that the event is what your primary interest is, and
Yeah.
making sure that it's just right for the people that
Absolutely.
are hiring you.
Yeah.
I feel that from you. So
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
why you're getting this work, and that's why you got that job at Dolce & Gabbana. Because
that's
I
right.
really believe it comes from here, and
Yeah.
successful people, it comes here.
Yeah.
And these things aren't just chance, you
Yeah.
know. I really do think so. You
They-
put yourself where you belong,
Yeah.
you know,
Well-
and this is where you belong.
Well, I've always done things.
Look at that. Ooh, what's that?
Oh my
Cory?
gosh, that's my Thanksgiving table, Sal.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
just-
just letting you know when you guys come by. This is what it's going to look like.
Yeah. No, that's really. I'll tell you about that
Oh
picture in a second.
God, that's
but
gorgeous.
what I was saying before is that I've never done anything for money. For me, I've always believed that you just do what you love, and the money is
Yep.
a result
Comes,
of it.
yeah.
Don't I
And-
always
and
say
so
that? I say
we're very
that to
passionate.
everyone I know.
Yeah, we're a very passionate group of people in the office.
Yeah.
for sure.
It
yeah.
seems like a good team.
Well,
I
it is.
say
You have,
that,
to, you have to surround yourself with good people. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
That's right.
and you
right.
probably enjoy yourselves, right? You're probably
Yeah.
not in the office yelling and screaming. I mean, maybe stuff happens.
Yeah.
But if
The-
you're passionate
people
and
get
you're loving it,
frustrated.
yeah.
I'd
then-
like to see a reality show on your office.
We're actually in
the
the discussion.
works?
Yeah, we're in this discussion
With Bravo
about
or
it.
something like that?
I
You
can't.
can't say.
I can't even say.
My God,
Oh
what can
my
you
gosh.
say?
Nothing. I can't say anything.
He's in a very high end,
All
can't-
right.
You don't want to jinx it anyway.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
I go to enough of these, and I will tell you, I find them sometimes really intimidating. And do you find that people are now? I probably walk in not feeling like
See,
you
there's
know,
the beautiful people
that
there,
it's
I
intimidating,
think.
but
All
it
Yeah.
those
is a
girls.
little
That's
bit
not
Look
because
at those girls in that photograph with the what is that, a Rolls Royce Bentley or something?
Yeah, we have some
But
beautiful
I
stuff.
think like
Beautiful.
is that your staff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Some
think,
of them, yeah.
I mean, I just find sometimes they're almost overwhelming. What do you
I
do
don't-
if you're going to a party? But I'm just talking for the regular people out there like me, and you're invited to something spectacular. What do you do to sort of
Break the ice.
break the ice? Yeah. What should people do in a
Well,
case
what
like
I always
that?
tell our staff to do, because first of all, I don't get starstruck. I don't care who I'm
Right.
Yeah,
standing in front.
right.
I don't
agree.
really care. I just think that all right, you're good at your job. That's great, and I'm more focused on the event and making sure everyone's having a good time. But I always tell our staff to make sure that they break the ice. Because here you are coming in and you see 40 beautiful models standing in front of you, whether they're holding a tray of drinks or food
Yeah.
or whatever. It's their job to break the ice. And
That's a
so
good point.
we have three factors or three elements that we look at with our staff. One is that they have a minimum of 5 years of experience, so they know how to serve properly.
Right.
Two is that they have an amazing personality. They need to be able to engage with the clients.
Not ex-snobby.
Yeah, exactly. If you think
turn-off.
you're too good to be here, I'll just
You're by.
Yeah,
You're
you're
gone.
good.
Nobody
Yeah,
is
ex-
ever too good to be anywhere.
exactly.
So, yeah.
And then the third is that you are good looking.
Yeah.
It's an energy that we're putting together. It's everything.
It's
an
the whole
entire
image,
package.
the whole
Yeah,
image.
it's an entire
Yeah.
package. The food has to be beautiful. The drinks have to be beautiful. Obviously,
yeah.
you see the lighting.
Now, all right.
Things like that.
These are beautiful. Oh, what am I looking at here? And then I have another question.
The
for
one on
you.
the right.
Yeah, I guess the one on the right.
That
is
was
going
that was an
first.
entrance to a birthday party that I did.
My
Actually, so the next picture,
Yeah.
that one there is the backyard,
Oh, of that
and
party.
then the other one, of the same party.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
so-
just love it.
Yeah, so that was the entrance.
Very magical.
Yeah.
Your events.
It's elegant. That would be the first word I would think of. It's just
And what is
beautiful
that?
and elegant.
What does that
Yeah,
say
thanks.
again? That one? So-
Helen in Wonderland.
Oh,
so
it's a party?
this was a
Birthday?
private 14-year-old birthday party, but you can see the
14?
You can see the detail that we did in the Mad Hatter's table.
So cute. When you get to that's darling.
Yeah, when you look at it.
I would
For
take that party
14, not
for
even
me.
not even 16. Wow.
14.
14, yeah.
Lucky
Oh please! I've been to enough
14-year-old.
of these with like the elephants on the beach. Really, people do that, but
Yeah.
that was elegantly done. I have
Thank
to
you.
say, this
Yeah.
is nicely
Love
done.
your taste.
Yeah, everything we do, I feel like is elegant, regardless of the theme.
Yeah.
All right, so
We're really
someone who
focused on it.
couldn't possibly afford you, right? And they're just doing a dinner for their own family
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
how do you make it special?
How do you make it really special and elegant? Where do you shop? Can you go to Marshall's, for example? Because and no, but actually, don't laugh. Because I grew up a kid with no money in New
Yeah.
Jersey, and my mom would go there.
I'm
and-
still there.
Well, I'm
Who's
not.
kidding who?
And I will tell you, I'm joking. But I would. My mom would go to a Marshall's and she'd pick stuff out, and
Yeah.
it would be elegant,
really-
and she'd make it nice. You know. So for people on that kind of a budget,
Yeah.
what do you tell them?
Well, I'd probably put myself out of business by saying this, but it always comes down to the people that you invite. That's the most important
Ah,
element.
That's
okay?
a good point.
Yeah.
Do you mix people that might not know each other, hang out? And
It
just
depends on what you're trying to get out
Yeah.
of the event, but
Okay.
if it's a private birthday party that you're doing at your house for 20 people, I mean, just make sure they're really close and fun people.
All right, let's say it's your relatives and they're not so fun, but you still
Yeah,
need
so
to
you
like
want-
put it on so that
Yeah.
it looks good and
Get 'em
people
drunk?
are happy. Yeah, get
So
them drunk.
it's actually funny because I just did this for an article where I had to do all my shopping at Trader Joe's. Not Trader Joe's. Sorry, TJ Maxx.
Okay.
You can
Marshalls.
do it, I'm telling you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
We
just have
did
to have a
we
good
did a
eye.
whole thing, and it's all about how you reuse things. So we reused coasters, little wooden coasters, as little cutting boards.
That's cute.
And we taught people, like in the centerpiece that we did on the table, we had basil and lemons and mini lime trees and all these things, and people would actually take it and then cut it on their little cutting board and then be able to use it for their drinks.
I love that.
So it became like very
So-
interactive and fun at the
Yeah.
same
That
time.
is fun.
It breaks
Yeah.
the ice.
Totally
you
breaks
have
the
a
what
ice.
did you do
And I
this
bought
for?
everything at TJ Maxx. Who's?
Say, what did I tell you? TJ Maxx, Marshalls. See, us
Yeah.
Jersey people, we know how to do this stuff.
That's
I'm
right.
telling
Well,
you.
I'm
That's
not
right.
putting down that. I think that's great. I think it's just you have to have the creativity to know what to do.
Yeah, you got to be able to put it together. So we did it for who's.com.
Okay.
Okay,
And it
so
was-
they wanted to know how to make it look nice on a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
have
We
an
did.
activity like that maybe is a
Yeah.
secret. Like just if it,
And we've done that with
your
food
family.
too. Yeah, we've done that with food
Why are you
too.
pointing at me?
No, no.
What's going on here?
I have a secret cocktail. I have a secret drink. for
Okay.
Knock your
Thanksgiving.
people out?
No, I swear to God, it's the French 75. It's
Okay.
a family. We've been my ex-husband's side, and it's got like a mixture of champagne with gin. I don't know what the heck does.
Are you bringing that over on
I'm
Thanksgiving?
bringing it,
That'll
and
be
it makes
so great.
everyone
I'm
happy.
excited. We should have one right now.
It's a happy drink. Everyone is happy.
Come on.
You can't talk about drinks and not alpha.
It's
Why?
so not fair.
I should
So
have brought
rude.
some today.
A
That's
friend
so
of mine
rude.
owns a winery, actually.
It is rude.
I know, and she brought a whole bunch of wine
I'm
once.
in
I
the
got to have her
drinking
back
thing.
down.
I got popped the champagne. I'm ready to go. We're going to Napa tomorrow. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
all
you got to
excited.
go to Jarvis. That's a really
He's
good one.
telling
That's
us where
the-
to go.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
some really good
French
ones.
75 is my little tip. That's the drink. It's the happy drink. Everyone's in a good mood.
Yeah.
No one
You
fights.
are making that.
I am
on
making it. I'm
Thanksgiving.
going to her house
No one
Thanksgiving.
fights. I love that. You've never been to my family Thanksgivings in Jersey.
No.
That's what you look forward to. No,
Yeah.
they're still in Jersey. They're not coming over, so don't worry. But, we used to have to do it really simple, I remember. But, it can be done,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I like that tip though. An activity with like a crafted drink or
Sometimes less is more too.
Yeah.
Sometimes people try and do too much and then it just looks cluttered.
and it's also too organized. Like you can't relax.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you do if you have everybody bringing a dish, right? And then it really looks cluttered and like, oh gosh, I don't really want macaroni and cheese. You sort of shove it over to the side. Like, how do you? What do you
What would
do
you-
to make it
I mean,
still elegant and nice?
Yeah, so I replate it.
Replate it.
I
Oops,
replate
sorry.
everything. So
I'm like,
I'll
replate
make
it.
sure I have my own bowls and platters and things like that. And
That
then
match.
that match with the decor that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take whatever, if they bring macaroni and cheese, doesn't really matter. I have 3 bowls, that I can put the macaroni and cheese in, and I can place them around, and it becomes a very family style
That's
versus
nice.
like a big platter.
That's a good
of-
idea.
That is so smart. Such a simple little tip, but you
Yeah.
just put it.
Yeah.
It's like reframing an attitude. You just reframe something, and it turns out differently.
Yeah.
And also if you can just invest in really simple white, right? Like
Yep.
some white bowls, it just makes it look classic and clean, right?
Absolutely.
As opposed to like a little of this and a little of that, and then it kind of
Because you don't know what people are
tchotchke.
bringing their food over in.
Right.
Most
Yeah.
of them are like the plastic tins anyway. That's
Right,
the last
right.
thing that you want
Yo,
to like,
that's
put on the
not,
table.
That's tacky.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
I think. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so for an extra $30-$40, you can have like this really beautiful table and be able to, display the food
I like that
people
tip.
brought over.
That's a good
How
tip.
about to dress the table nicely? What do you suggest? What's the one thing you've got to have on the table?
flowers?
Flowers and candles.
Yeah.
Flowers and candles
love
for
candles.
sure.
You know what
I
I
love
do-
candles more than
I have 'em
anything.
everywhere.
Little candles. Do
It
you
depends.
like?
Yeah. Well, so when you're sitting across the table, especially on an intimate dinner, you don't want anything higher than 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, like 11 inches is probably the max. Because you want to be able to see the person across the
Yeah.
table. So when
I
people
agree.
put these like really big arrangements on there,
Silly.
or the large votive, not the votives, the hurricane vases and stuff.
Right,
it's-
where you have to either move it aside
Yeah.
or I will pick it up and just put it somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
I do that. I buy the little plants and I just place them on the table. Those are my little centerpieces.
Yeah.
And also, see, look, I've learned from him already. And the little candles, I agree.
little
Anything too
votives, yeah.
high, it's so irritating.
Or you could do
really.
thin and high. So
Yeah, so you could look
then-
around it.
Exactly. So just don't put anything that's like too bulky or
Blocking
wide.
someone, you're going like this. Hey, how you doing over there?
Yeah, exactly. You're there to talk to people.
Yeah.
Again, it comes down to the guests.
Yeah.
You want to be there to, enjoy their company.
We have someone on the line right now. They're calling in just for a few minutes on a couple of tips, like just how to get through the holidays without stressing out, pulling your hair out, and at least like keeping relatives and friends as your friends.
Yeah, so you don't.
Are you on?
Is this my mom calling?
Oh, no, but next time we're going to have her on.
All right.
Hello.
She sounds
Hello.
cool.
Hi, doctor. Thanks for joining us. Just I know you only
Of
have
course.
I know you only have a few minutes. Could you introduce yourself to the audience for us, please?
Sure. Patrick McGrath, clinical psychologist out in the Chicago area at Amita Behavioral Health, and I run our anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorder program.
Oh my God,
I've got some
that's
clients
a
for you.
mouthful. That's a freaking mouthful.
got some
Sal, you
clients.
point at me one more time, you're out of here. Anyway,
I think he's calling to diagnose me. Yes, doctor. I have OCD.
Thank you.
Yes, I already know this.
all creative people have something. This is how I look at it. Otherwise, we are shit boring.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's
okay,
right. Who wants
doctor,
to be
just a
that?
couple of real tips, like how to get through when you've got like that, because I've got plenty of them. I love them all, but they're Jersey Italian and they are opinionated. I mean, I'm like
Yeah.
the calmest of them all. So
I can't imagine.
it's true. So what do you do? Like, you got to have a tip or two, like an opening line, something.
Well, I think part of it is just going into it knowing that people are probably going to piss you off.
There you go.
If you just kind of accept that right off the bat, that this is going to be a stressful event, that's a lot easier to handle than thinking, okay, this is going to be the perfect party, and this time we're going to make it right, and everything's going to go well, and Uncle Vinny's not going to be mad at Aunt Stella, and all that kind of stuff. And I think knowing that it's not going to be perfect will make it a much easier day.
This kind of event that you're calling in about is a lot different than the kind of things that you put on.
I got to be honest. I
particularly.
mean, the doctor's absolutely correct. I mean, we have what we call the X factor,
Yeah.
and we never know what that is. Okay, we arrive on site and we're just waiting for the ball to drop. Where is it going to be? Is it going to be front of house, back of house? Is it a staff? Is it
Has
the
that
food?
ever happened where people
all the
start
time? Yeah,
Really?
Every time.
Every event. I've never been part of an event. Doesn't matter what
Really?
size the event is. There's always an X factor, and we just prepare ourselves.
What's the worst X factor? What's the worst that happened?
God, I
Can
don't
you
know.
share?
I can tell you mine.
All right, let's
all
hear
right,
yours.
all right,
Let's
let's hear
hear
yours.
mine.
I gotta know. You
I
better
just
tell. You
got
better tell
married
me
last
something.
December.
Yeah, okay.
You got
we
married?
were
You got
one
married?
line into the wedding ceremony. Someone sat down on a bench that didn't have someone on the other end. The bench flipped in the air. She flew across the floor.
Oh, wow.
And
But
my
that's
wife's
an
a nurse
accident.
and had all our nurse friends there, and all of them ran to her. So we
Oh,
became
my
a
gosh.
medical operating room
And that was-
within.
That's a funny one though, in a way, unless you're the one who like hit
unless you're the
yourself.
one like getting
That would be
operated
me.
on. Yeah.
That believe me, that would be me. I'd be the one flying in the air, and But I mean, with relatives doing their thing, I don't know. I guess that's a good point. I would almost do the opposite. I would say, you know what, this is going to be a nice day, and regardless of everyone's personality, including my own, you got to own your own shit.
I
right?
think to laugh at it, right?
you
I mean,
just
you
have
gotta
to kind of
humor.
laugh about it.
Yeah, it's much easier to laugh at if you go into it feeling that this is just how it's going to go, instead of saying this is only acceptable if it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, so you're opening up
Which
to
is one of the reasons why we don't do weddings. Just,
You don't do
that's
weddings.
one of the many reasons.
Yeah.
You don't do weddings, really?
No,
No, he
but
doesn't.
that's a business decision, though. It was more focused on because, as I was explaining
too busy
before,
doing the other.
well, no, because what happens is that when you do weddings, there's only 52 weekends a year, right? And then so you subtract maybe 3-4 months of the year because of weather. So you're now down to say 30 weekends.
Right.
So that means at most I can do 30 events, 30
Right.
weddings, and then I have to work with that client for about a year. So I'm drawing out that budget for 30 events, whereas I flip 30 events every month and a half.
Yeah, smart business.
You know,
Well,
and
you
it's the
must
same
be
business.
doing well.
I do all right, but
bet you
the
do.
weddings to me were just, it wasn't the best business decision
not your
that I can
business
make.
model.
It wasn't
Yeah.
my business model, yeah.
So,
Leave that to
so
somebody else. Okay,
I want to
so-
talk about anxiety. When you go
Sure.
into Deborah brought it up earlier. When you go into a
I
party,
don't have any
doctor,
anxiety.
and sometimes you get intimidated going to, let's say, one of your beautiful events. How do you do that? You can't go in saying, "Oh, this is going to stink. I'm going to not do well." How do you go in with that?
I can get so intimidated going to some of those events, and like I said, we get
See,
invited all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will sometimes, swear to God, go hide like in a bathroom or something, and no one would
So funny.
ever
Have
know
a
that
glass of
about
champagne,
me.
you'll be fine.
Have a
Yeah.
French
No,
75.
So what
Yeah.
do you do if you've got anxiety? I mean, I've got the
Sure.
kind where I'll hide, but a lot of people have the kind where they'll just create a problem.
There's a lot of people like this. It's
Oh,
very common,
tons.
right? Doctor?
Anxiety disorders are the most common mental health problem that
My
there
ex
is.
has it.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
1 out of every 4 people will meet criteria for an anxiety disorder at some point in time in their life.
What is your advice then for someone high anxiety
Sure.
who would be attending a nice event? It could be small, could
Or
be
their
large,
own event,
or their
you
own
know,
event. What do
something.
you suggest? How do they get through it?
Well, part of it is to practice as much as you can doing things. So instead of turning invites down, go to as many of them as possible.
okay.
The more you
Oh,
do
wow.
something, the more used to it, the easier it will become.
comfortable.
As long as you approach it in the right way, because there are 3 things you can do that can make you anxious forever, and that would be to avoid everything you're afraid of, to seek reassurance from everyone you know that you'll be okay all the time, and to try to distract yourself as much as you possibly can. If you do those things,
I
you'll
do
be
all
anxious
of
forever.
those.
Yeah,
I'm in
and
big
unfortunately,
shit
that's what a lot
trouble.
of people do.
That's fine.
Those are
Oh.
good points. I liked how you summed that up. Because people do have, especially this time of year, you get the invitations, you start to hyperventilate.
Yeah, you're actually
Not
giving
me,
some
I
good
like-
advice,
I like
honest to
parties.
God, stuff that I don't even do. So what else? Like, get us through this whole thing, especially with the relatives.
Sure. So maybe you consider having a couple of smaller events instead of everybody there together. If you know that certain people don't mix well, then you have this side of the family one day, another side of the family another time, and you make it just a little bit easier on yourself doing it that way.
Well, that's a
Are
good
you
idea.
kidding? If I ever did that with my people, they'd be like, "How come you had them over on Saturday, but we weren't there on Friday?" I mean, it's no
They
wonder
get,
that
they
Oh
think,
my
what, I
God.
can't mingle with that side of the family? That's what I get.
I
What,
just
were you
had
not
this
good
happen-
enough for that side?
Okay, I just had this happen at a big Italian funeral back east, and you should have seen the little dinner afterwards. It was like a relative, but
Yeah.
nobody I'm that close with. And I just sort of stood back watching, and it was just sort of quite an event.
It's like a Fellini movie, you said.
It was like a Fellini movie.
We're both
so-
Italian, so I get it.
I'm
You know.
part,
you.
I'm
Are
part
you?
Italian
We're
myself.
loud.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
say
Well,
what
from
we
Jersey,
want.
of course. You have to
Jersey.
be
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, if
Irish,
you're from
German, and
Jersey.
Italian. Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
like to say we're very colorful people.
Yeah, that's nice.
Really,
It's
we've
nice.
got a lot of
Oh,
vibrancy.
without us at a party, come on, it's
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
Even if I'm throwing it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. You're still the.
I'm coming to one of yours, one that I can come to. I'm in.
All
I'm
right.
probably I know that I've probably been to a couple of yours now that you've given a couple of hints. So
yeah.
anyway, so another tip or two. I know you only had a few minutes to come on. We just wanted to have you
No,
come on.
I'm doing okay here. Maybe too, if you notice that alcohol sometimes leads people at first to have fun, but then by the end of the
Know
night
your
it's
limits.
an explosive nightmare.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
we
the
have to
fun
limit
part.
the amount of alcohol that's there too.
Well, you have to know your limit. I mean, everybody,
Right.
you tell people, but there's always the same people.
I have
drinking.
another cousin that I have to hide like the wine from. I swear to God, she's something else. So all right, so I've got one of those too. All right, and
It,
then at
it
the
could
end
also
of the,
be that sometimes there's the one-upmanship at parties. So you might tell people that we're not doing gifts this year. We're all going to donate to a charity or something.
I
like
like that idea. I'm going to do that this year.
Yeah,
one's
You're not
we've
bringing
done that
anything
in
to
my
my
family
house?
on both
No,
sides.
I'm not
We've-
bringing you a damn thing.
shit.
Yeah,
so-
we've just given up on the gift thing because the time and the effort, and then
get
half
my
the time
presents.
something that someone would buy would be at Goodwill the next day anyway.
Yeah,
So,
right. You know
uh,
what? That adds a lot of stress, in my opinion, with the holidays.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Running out and getting
And
gifts.
just to kind of
Yeah.
relax, I know a lot of people will get some anxiety over the cooking. If it's not going to come out quite right and they're all stressed about it because they always know somebody who could do it better. You just do have to relax and just not take it personally if you're the kind of person who can do that, right? I mean, because you don't want to end up with enemies when you're trying to really have a nice party for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, right? And then you could end up.
Yeah, it ruins the fun. So you have to. Yeah, I think you should laugh at everything that happens, right? When you have the X Factor you're talking about.
Yeah, the X Factor, yeah.
Going back to Cory, you have to laugh at. I mean, you got to handle
Yeah,
the problem, but you can laugh about
It
it.
always comes down to the energy again.
Yeah.
And again, with good people and enjoying the moment, I mean, you create this like really great synergy, this really great energy that's happening in the room.
Yeah.
Once that's lost, I mean, it's really difficult to enjoy yourself and be able to relax.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and that's what we try and create. And let everybody, like I always tell my clients, look, we are here so you don't have to worry about anything.
And
Just enjoy yourself.
So do they leave you alone then? And
No.
like, no,
No,
I
they
wouldn't
don't, but-
imagine so. They're like, what? This doesn't look. It's not.
No,
gonna
they
be
never
done
leave me
in
alone,
time.
but
Are you ever a part of the party? Because you put on these great parties and you clearly look like you should be one of the guests at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever just say, "Oh, Cory, come on in and enjoy yourself"? Do you cross that line, or
No.
do you don't?
No.
I think
I
it's
don't.
professional that you don't.
Yeah, no, I don't. If the party is over, all the staff has left, and I hang out with the client for an
That's
hour
different.
and have a drink, that's
Yeah,
one
that's
thing.
different.
That's true. That's different.
But you have to lead by example. And if my staff is sitting there watching me drinking and having a good time and things
That
like that,
doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
It really
And then
doesn't.
you
No,
start-
you're
you
absolutely
start,
right on
you
that,
start to
absolutely.
create chaos behind the house, which then
You're the
everyone will
boss.
start
They have to
feeling
know-
in
yeah.
front of the house.
Right.
You know?
You can't have your staff. Oh, I think I'll take a sip of this champagne in the
Yeah.
middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
doesn't
no,
look good.
absolutely not.
So so the drinking, you got to moderate. Back to the
Sure.
doctor. Moderate drinking. Don't
One thing
expect
we've
too
done too
much.
for the younger kids is plan some games or activities, or just my mom will even make like a little gift bag for all the kids. So they'll be upstairs doing puzzles and different things together, so that
Get them out of the way.
they're kept occupied and busy and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of nice. The adults get some time, the kids get some time, and instead of the kids just all whining about there's nothing to do here and give me your
Yeah,
phone
they get
so I
bored.
can play Minesweeper or whatever,
Yeah.
something like that. So.
Yeah, my kids are that age, so I got to keep them entertained.
What about teenagers? What do you do with them?
With who?
Teenagers.
Oh, teenagers. Yeah. Well, you know,
When they
it
don't
might
wanna
just
even
be
come
that,
down.
the TV's on in the basement.
I like that.
Yep, and we have a basement, and we will put the TV on in the basement.
She
but
has
you know,
the only basement in
Yeah.
LA, by the way.
well, we built it that way because,
like that,
I'm
yeah.
from New Jersey, and you have to have a
You have
basement.
basements, yeah.
There's
So
no
I'm like,
basements
can we
here.
put a basement in here? And we did,
I
and
like
we
that.
use that thing all the time.
My kids loving to go to her house because she has all the big, cool stuff.
Did you
in the
make it a
basement.
game room? Did
Yeah,
you
it's
make-
like a
We
game
have
room.
Yeah,
all
that's
kinds
cool.
of rooms down there.
That's
you could,
really
you
cool.
could
Huge.
move in.
It's a whole house
That's
down
great.
there.
Yeah,
It's decent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So that's why you'll have to come and do a party at my place. It's
I
a
look
good
forward
party
to it.
place.
Anytime.
You know, but
Yeah.
Any other tips or one or two that you can give us, just getting through this whole thing.
I like
just-
the no gift idea.
I like the no gift idea.
I like
too.
giving to
I
charity.
think that's been
I like
the best
that.
thing we've done totally with our family is just going to that. It has saved so much time and energy and stress. And people aren't worried about competing. You know, some people in the family make more money than others, and the ones who don't then always feel bad. And it's all that's gone now. We
Okay,
don't have any
Cory,
of that crap.
I
at all.
need to know, do you ever
Yep.
get this from your Jersey people? Like, oh, well, you're in California. You don't understand. So, you know, you live the big life. And I'm like, no, that is not true. You know, anyone who works hard, no matter where you
Yeah,
live, in
doesn't
what
matter.
state or town or anything, you're just working hard. Did you
Yeah,
ever
no,
get that?
absolutely. I've never lost my roots. You know, my parents had me mowing the grass up until like 5 years ago.
Mowing the grass.
Actually, I got
Yeah, me
caught.
too, raking the leaves. And
My mom went out. She expected me to mow the grass, and I hired the landscaping company that was next door.
Oh, you are a business mind.
Yeah, and they came home early and caught me. But and since then, I haven't had to mow the grass, which has been great.
That's cute.
But
That's so cute.
yeah, no, my parents keep me grounded, so I've never really lost touch of my roots or anything like that. I've never been questioned on that.
Your parents sound cool. They
Yeah.
raised you well.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
So tell us some really fun stuff that you're working on for December. You said you had a lot of business parties coming up in November. I'm guessing because they're trying to get it out of the way. Is that right? Is that why they're doing it mostly in November? Because we have a lot in November, and I noticed that.
Yeah, so
There's
October,
more and more.
September, October, and November are to get people in the stores to show their new product.
Yeah.
I
you know,
see.
and to get people to buy
For holiday.
for holiday.
Yeah.
and then they have
That's their season.
Yeah, and then they have like last minute shopping, you know, events in December.
Yeah.
you know, as far as private events, I mean, they're your typical holiday. You know, whether it's a Christmas tree or not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decorating and you know, really good friends and good food. It's really focused on the food during the holidays. That's really what it's more about than anything.
Sounds great.
We've done our work party on a Thursday night so that it's cheaper to get the event place, and that way we can have better food.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah,
really
less,
funny, yeah.
less competition on Thursday
right.
with events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well-
Friday and Saturday are premium prices.
Yeah, that's right. You pay for it, right?
Yeah.
And then what about New Year's? What do you do for that? That
That
do you
I have
any
anxiety.
Really,
I got to tell you, New Year's is the
Okay.
biggest anxiety night for me.
why? I think it's so
Right.
much
Because
fun.
I now I don't even go anywhere because
Right now,
I never have any fun.
Yeah, right now we don't even have a New Year's event. We're still looking for
Really?
one. Yeah, it's really funny. This is our first year right now that we don't have anything.
Maybe you could put one on.
I was gonna say I should have them at my house.
Have a
But
party.
you know, a friend of mine is performing in Vegas, and we actually thought about going over to Vegas. That would be so fun. But then
we
it's
do
like,
events in Vegas too.
that
You
would
could do
be
the
kind
smaller event off the spin
that would be kind of fun. But then it would be so insane.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
then
think
where do
people
you go?
feel. I
Yeah,
think people
yeah.
feel, especially single people. I'm single, and I think you feel lonely on New Year's Eve. You're supposed to be out there and laughing and just kissing someone at midnight.
I'm not a fan, to be honest.
Yeah, really.
I'm not. I prefer to work.
I
every
rather
year.
work too.
Yeah.
I much
So,
prefer to
I
work.
usually do something just with friends. I'm
Doctor,
not
what do
gonna-
you say? I mean, it's harder for single
Yeah.
people, I think, on New Year's. I mean, I think. So
We're
how do
gonna
you get
find you
through
a
that?
date.
I don't know if I want one. That's the problem. Well, how do you help people with that night? To me, that's like worse than any other when you're trying to have fun and
Sure, we've been looking at things like on meetup.com or even a voluntary organization. Some people
forced,
are
though.
just getting together to do those kinds of things now and recognizing it just as
Another
maybe that's
night.
another night to get together, do some service instead of just, go out and get drunk and, and be stupid.
You're not recommending Tinder, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No.
Tinder. Yeah.
What happens on that?
Oh, you
What
swipe.
happens?
Like quick,
It's-
like
swipe
You
left.
don't wanna
It's
know
what,
what
yeah,
happens
what
on that.
happens later on is
Yeah.
So is that one of those where you like just go on and meet somebody for the night and off you go? Is that
Well,
what Tinder
I
is?
mean,
It's not supposed
God,
to
I'm
be,
like so
but-
it's not
stupid with
supposed to
this
be,
stuff.
but yeah.
But does anyone look like their picture on Tinder?
I don't know.
I think it's the 2
Oh
I
my
went home
God.
with a 10 and a 10 I woke up with a 2 kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Wait a minute. That's the one where you swipe and
Yeah,
you just get rid of
swipe
that?
left,
Okay,
swipe
okay. I had
right,
a
yeah.
girlfriend over and we were doing that, but we were laughing so hard. And I felt kind of badly for the guys who were, putting their pictures and everything out there because we're sitting there cracking up.
I'm sorry. I don't really find. Maybe I'm in the too wrong age bracket. I just don't see that working for me. The whole online thing. I
Well,
don't
but
It
know.
works for a lot of people.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
meet each other that way.
Yeah,
but,
they do.
Yeah.
I think
so-
it brings up a bigger stressor too, especially for single people around the holidays when you're with family, because you get all those questions: why aren't you dating anyone? And when are you going to
Yeah.
have babies? And all those kinds of things too. So
Yeah, people stop asking me that. But the thing is, like, they ask you, well, are you going to be alone the rest of your life? I'm like, I don't know.
What a stupid thing to say to somebody.
People say
Who
that
would
to
do
me.
such a thing?
People say it. Not my good friends. Just
Yeah, I was gonna say those are not friends.
well, they're
when I
trying
was
to
single,
get
I
me to go out.
would just
Yeah,
say to
yeah.
them, no, I really want to be as miserable as you are in your marriage.
That's a good one. I'm going to do that next time.
Actually, a freaking great one.
I love it.
That is perfect.
I have to have the balls to say that.
Okay,
I love
Corey,
it.
I'm going to ask, are you single? For all
yeah.
these ladies who could see him, because he is a cute guy.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am single.
You're single.
Oh.
Single and looking or single and so not there?
Single and working.
How about single and so not your
Smart.
business?
Yeah,
How
single
about
and-
that, Deborah?
I
He
Well-
doesn't care. He would tell me.
Single and not your business.
Well, I
No, but it's everybody else's business when they watch.
I feel I
yeah,
have
so I'm
a
kidding.
few business ventures that I'm working on outside of CME that's really just requiring a lot of my time. So
Yeah, you're in that mode. You've
Yeah.
got a huge business, and it's hard to find the time sometimes
Yeah.
to factor in. But when you meet the right person, you will.
yeah.
Someone listening right now is going to call you, probably. Look, when they see this photo, can you see this? This
Oh.
is him in Angelino magazine.
Yeah.
So look at this magazine.
So
Do
Do
yeah,
we have it up
about
there
it.
like more in a
Can you
close
see?
up?
I was.
Do I have the right side? I can't really.
So it's really funny. Yeah, that's not me.
Wait a minute.
That's
I was
not
going to
me.
say,
What
wow,
side?
you did
But
not
believe-
This
photograph
side.
well.
Yeah.
Look
that-
at him. He's
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Thank you. Believe it or not, that's my entertainment attorney on the other side.
Really?
John Matta.
He
Yeah,
looks
he's
kinda
amazing.
Cute. Is
I
he
love
single?
John.
I like him.
No, he's not.
Darn.
But he's amazing.
I kind of like attorneys.
If you
They're
needed
smart.
an entertainment attorney, he's the guy.
I guess I got to get in the business first. We'll check them out. Yeah, you're in good company in this magazine. This magazine's a nice one. Angelino magazine.
I love Angelino.
And look who's on the cover.
They really helped me get started. So
She's
One of
gorgeous.
my friends, that helped me get started was Christianelli. He does the events for Angelino magazine, and he really trusted me and put a lot of faith into me in the very beginning, and put me in a lot of big Angelino
Really?
events when I first started. That's how I got the Bang & Olufsen event. And
Weren't
like,
you
Nice.
also,
Yeah.
it says, did I read here, did I read properly, that
Yeah.
you're the former food and wine editor at Beverly Hills Magazine?
Oh yeah, well, we forgot to
Yeah,
mention that.
yeah. So that was a title that was given to me, but I was more focused on the event side of the magazine.
Yeah.
But I guess there's really no title for that. But they still had me go try out restaurants and do food and wine things, but really focus on the events, which is really nice. I mean, it was owned by Mark Currian and his mother, who were really, really sweet people, and they gave me this amazing opportunity, and I got to write, I don't know, I think about 10 different issues or something.
Oh, cool.
Which is really
you
nice.
know,
That's fun.
You know, keeping in perspective with the holidays, I like what the good doctor said.
Mm-hmm.
Try, if possible.
Good doctor.
No, it's true. To just sort of understand what the event really is about. Because, like you were talking
Yeah.
about with social media, it does get lost. It gets lost
Yeah.
with me. It gets lost
Sure.
with everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe just try and give back. If you're feeling so awful about yourself that day or that week,
Mm-hmm.
find something. Because there's something I'm trying to develop out there where people who are looking for, have a little bit of time and looking
Yeah.
for something to do, where they can immediately go online and find a place to go volunteer.
Yeah.
So in other words,
Yeah.
there is something that you can do to step out of yourself to feel a little better about the
I
holidays
agree.
if you're feeling pretty shitty about them.
Go do something
Absolutely.
for somebody else.
Like, it's
Yeah.
not all about these gorgeous parties. It's amazing that you do this, and you do it so well, like
Thank you.
flawlessly, because you really.
it's
you-
in
like
your
I
heart.
said,
It's in your heart. It's
Yeah.
not.
But
the-
for those people who might not have a place, or the family is going to stress them out, I agree. If you can
Make a place.
Make a place. That's
Make
a
a place.
great
That's a good
point.
tagline.
Whether it's so funny, whether you're doing an event and somebody like, I get a lot of the credit for it, right? Because it's called Cory Martin Events, right? And I put my name on it and my face on it. But at the end of the day, it's about the team that I've built around me. And it's the same thing when you're a guest and you're inviting your friends. It's always about the people that you invite over. That's what will make you feel better.
That's
you
true.
know. So I'll make a really great event with the people that I've surrounded myself with, and you're going to make a really great event by the people that you invite.
Yes.
So that's really what it comes down
It's
to.
true. You need a couple of people who are great talkers, a couple of people who are great listeners, and fun people. I always try and have at least pepper in a couple of fun people that you just know are going to keep it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
This
and
was
just
fun.
not take it so seriously, right?
Yeah.
If you can,
I like that the best. Have fun. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Chill
Exactly.
out. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Doctor.
Thanks
we really
for calling
appreciate it.
in.
We'll have you on again. I'm sure we'll have more.
Oh, please
sidebar-
do. Happy
sidebar
to anytime.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Thank you,
Have
Doctor.
fun in Chicago. Talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Stay warm.
And
or
Cory,
any other like little something you want to end with that you want to just tell people out there,
we didn't mention the one event. I don't know. We'll have you back. The event you do in the summertime.
Endless Summer Days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually a new business venture. That's one of the things that I'm working on. And what it is, do you know EDM music or house music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like Calvin Harris type stuff.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
this is called Pop.
Just saw him at the bowl.
Oh, you did?
Oh my God, it was so amazing.
Yeah.
But go
No,
ahead.
he's very good. There's a lot of great DJs out there, and obviously DJs are really becoming very popular.
They make a lot of
events.
money, those
They really
DJs.
do.
I
Yeah,
can't
they do.
believe it.
Do you know
Yeah.
John Peters over in New York?
No.
He's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
We don't fight with him on the holidays,
So
but he's
DJ
really cool. He's a really pretty well-known DJ in New York City.
Oh, that's
so,
great. Yeah, we use all different DJs. Well, that's what this is about. It's it's pop-up EDM.
Pop-up EDM.
Yeah, so you know how they do pop-up events? or
Yeah.
pop-up,
Yeah.
Yes, this is pop-up EDM.
That's cool.
And what we do...
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. And what we do is we focus on a different location once a month.
I saw it on the
All-
boat.
Yeah, that was our first one.
That was so cool.
Yeah, so the first one's on a boat. The next one's going to be in a warehouse. And then we have another one that's going to be like in the subway system and like all these different
it's
places.
open to the public, or how
No,
do you?
no.
You
It's
have to
very,
have an invitation.
It's very exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, and we bring in like
So-
3 or 4 DJs every time.
So we'll be invited to that one.
Absolutely.
All right, we get
Yeah.
on one.
Valen-
We
I
get
didn't
on one.
know I'm
It's
getting
actually
my invitation.
Valentine's Day. We're doing a big one on
Ooh.
Valentine's Day.
That's another stressful night for me, but
Yes.
that's a whole nother story.
So
we'll go there next time.
I expect a lot on Valentine's Day.
yeah. Well, now you can go to Endless Summer Days and
All right, I'll go hang out with the beautiful people.
yeah, you can
All
come to our
right.
event.
And then I
Cory,
can go
this has
slip
been
my.
so fun. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
I really
coming
appreciate it.
on.
Thank
You've
you.
been the best.
And thanks
thank
to
you.
our
Amazing.
peanut gallery over there, our friends Diana and
I never got
Sal.
my mint.
Sal.
I never got my
Yee-hee.
mint.
All
but-
right, thanks everyone. We'll see you
Thanks
next week.
for tuning into What's Up with Kobylt and Hayes. We'll see you next week. Bye.